before we do that, I distinctly remember though the first one he ever gave me had the wrestler China on it, and yeah, it was a bad decision on everyone's part.
Was he trying to turn you gay?
I guess.
What are you doing? Is that
This'll
like a
teach
joke? Smoke the whole pack of cigarettes, son. I'm gonna give you a porno, but it's of China. Enjoy. Figure your fucking life out.
But yes, that was a grand old age time long forgotten. But speaking of time, you listening right now will always know what time it is if you wear an amazing movement watch, MVMT watch. Tell them about it, Jackson.
Well, these watches are just fantastic, Andrew. Just fucking fantastic watches, mate. You can tell the time on them. You can look good, and they're very affordable. They look expensive, but they're affordable. Movement watches start at just $95. At a department store, you're looking at like $400 to $500 for these kinds of watches. They're great watches. Classic design, quality construction, and styled minimalism. Over 1 million watches sold in over 160 countries, so you can sleep well knowing that you can read the time as well as 1 million other people.
It looks better than China's pussy.
Is that a real product?
Yeah, that is a
yeah. I mean, feel free.
So you can get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to mvmt.com/official.
MVMT, can you spell it out for me, Jackson? With using movie titles again?
Again, shit, Mr. Wait, is there? No, there's a Mr. America. No, that's not a movie.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean. The vagina monologues. Mr. Bean goes to America. And the Shawshank Redemption.com/official. You can join the movement. Go to that place and get 15% off.
Yeah, you put then we have like a billion movies. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh, alright, time to kill. There we go.
Alright, perfect. I'll give you that one. Well, wait, we gotta check. That's cool with you, Dick?
What's that?
That's cool with you that he used time to kill? That's okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we'll let that roll. That'll happen. So, how does everyone think how do you think about the I'm trying to say this fucking question.
I was gonna ask one. I just thought Kyle was asking.
Do you think earlier on the internet, Dig, you would consider yourself a shock jock in that kind of style of stuff?
Fuck, what do shock jocks do?
Like, I don't know, like a Howard Stern type where you do stuff to be kind of, I guess, edgy or in your face, but at the same time there's humor to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there kind of had to be when the internet was just starting out, because people had to go find your stuff. Like now that you can't escape from the internet. Like even if you throw all your devices into the ocean, some guy will just knock on your door and with an iPad and say like, "Hey, did you see this video?" No, man.
Right.
Fuck off my property. It's China.
Well,
don't fucking watch me watch a video. Just fuck off. Back then you had to seek it out, so it probably felt like a dirty little secret. Like it felt like you were in your own little club. I don't even think it would work anymore because you've got 4chan that's just a factory of saying shit so bad that I can't even tell if they're joking or not. Like I can't even tell if I'm enjoying it in a joking way anymore. I go on poll and I'm like, do I think this is funny because I'm a fucking racist, or am I like, what's this done to my brain? I've lost significantly. I've lost a perception of the self over the last 10 years of being on the internet. Like, I used to know where I began, where my ideas began, and where your ideas began. And there was a line, but now I'm like, am I just talking because I read this online? And now I'm fucking repeating it all day? Does that answer your question?
Well, it was going to lead into a bigger question, and I'm glad you helped me kindle my thoughts on it. It's so, back then you had like that kind of stuff where it was a little hidden. Now you have poll and all this shit. What do you think is kind of the next move for people who want to ride that kind of edgy, toe-the-line humor? Like, where do you think it's going to go from here?
So I've had Sam Hyde on the show a couple times. He said he listens to Dick Show, which is cool. Fucking cool, because I think he's a really funny guy. But he does stuff where I think is like the next version of comedy on the internet, I guess, where it's like you got mainstream comedy, mainstream comedy, like, you know, movies and Adam Sandler dog shit on Netflix, and none of it's funny. None of it's funny at all to me. Like if I go to the movies or watch something on Netflix or whatever, like something that has millions of dollars put into it, I know I'm not gonna laugh one time. Like, oh, I guess I'm watching like what aliens thought that, like, they downloaded our civilization in 2,000 years and then tried to make a comedy. Like, this is what I guess this is what a comedy is. Like, I'm watching like somebody tell me what a fucking comedy is. But it's like it's pushed into this weird like fringe culture now on the internet where it's like I don't know. There used to be some overlap, like Blazing Saddles, funny. It's funny, and it's and everybody had to sit there and watch it. But now I think it's just like it's only guys like us who don't think the movies are funny enjoying this comedy. So it's just getting more extreme. Like it's just getting weird. Like I can't sit down and watch Sam Hyde stuff with my mom while he's talking about making water and. You know, everything's becoming just for you. That's the future. It's you log in and you get your own virtual reality of comedy, and you don't get to share it with anybody else.
Sort of a really double-edged sword, though, right? I mean,
yeah, it is.
You get comedy tailored to you, but you also get like news tailored to you and all that kind of stuff. Friends tailored to you. All the kind of stuff that'll appeal to you, but also all the kind of stuff that's never meant to offend you or make you think outside the box. How much shit did you get for having Sam Hyde on, by the way?
Not a lot. I think people either really love him or they don't get him.
All I ever hear is that he's a literal Hitler.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of those. But you know, we deal in there's quite a bit of Hitlering going on the show already, so people are used to it. Yeah, it is weird though. It is like your own little bubble. And then I think it's like I get the feeling that I'm not seeking that news out, that the news is starting to like shape our brains. Like the more we consume it. Even the Facebook,
man,
I don't know.
It's scary. I mean, the way they're all behaving and the way they're all just targeting specifically what you want to hear, what you should get to see. It creeps me out more than anything on the internet, like Facebook and all that kind of shit. Like, oh, we're not gonna show you any news that might offend you. We're not gonna show you any news you might not want to hear. Yeah,
and it's too late to get out. Like, that's not what I signed up for. I signed up to share pictures, not to be brainwashed. Whoops.
Whoops.
I mean, I think part of the problem is that since you're sitting inside of that bubble culture now, if you're trying to do something that does push envelopes or try new things, most people are either not going to see it or they're going to take it as a personal attack.
They don't want it, yeah. Exactly.
Like if you do something that's, I don't know, edgy or racy or whatever you want to call it, the people that do end up seeing it where it's not in their comfort zone, they're going to be like, oh, this needs to be stopped, this needs to be, like the people that took your shit seriously in the early days, Dick. Like that's all that everyone is now. It's less of kind of that hate group like moms against Dick or any of that shit. It's
you know what? There was a lot of tug of war that used to happen where you'd say it and everybody would look at it and then you'd get in these arguments with other people. But now everything feels like a circle jerk. Like nobody wants to cross the aisle, I guess, and fuck with the other side as much. Like everybody's above it. Everyone's like, oh, I don't want to give them any attention. I got my 100,000 Twitter guys. I don't want to even mention this person.
Don't give them a platform. We've heard that quite a bit.
Yeah, man, we shouldn't have given Keemstar a platform.
Yeah, it's not like he has any other platforms.
Yeah.
With a show that is watched infinitely more than ours. How dare we?
Yeah.
It sucks, but I get it. Like, who wants to be like? Life sucks. It sucks, and it's a grind, and it gets worse every fucking day. Everybody's just constantly angling to take shit away from you. So what's the point of pissing yourself off by listening to someone else's opinion? Just tell me what I already think.
I mean, that's true.
Reaffirm me, baby.
I don't know. Where do you think the future of trolling is? It's gonna get more extreme because it's like they gotta excite their own base now.
Troll terrorists.
trolling is getting easier and easier because as time moves on, trolling, the bar has been so lowered where if you just say the slightest, most benign yet dissenting opinion, you're a troll now. Yeah. I hate this. I hate how I care a lot about language, and I hate how words get devalued. Just like Nazi, you know, you have now trolling where if you say A and I say B, I'm a troll. If you say you think that lemon ice cream is the best kind, and I say no, it's chocolate, I'm a troll now. I'm not allowed to have my own opinion. I'm a troll. Okay.
People take ice cream seriously, dude.
They take fucking everything seriously. I don't get to have an opinion on like what shoelaces I like to wear or whatever.
Having an opinion is the scariest thing you can have on the internet right now. If I say I like one brand of cereal, that could very well be the end of my internet.
Which brand is it, you faggot?
Did you just Jackson, you troll. Jackson, you troll.
Oh, goodness me.
I can't believe they decided to give you a platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're Lucky Charms, Australian gets a platform.
Jackson, you were on 2 strikes for those sick episodes, but now... No, not looking good for your stake in the podcast.
Do I get a strike taken away?
We're gonna send
You're right.
You've restarted. You can send to HR.
Oh God, Dick, I am so sorry that you have to be around this kind of thing.
Trouble, you said it.
Yeah.
It's cancelled.
You know, everybody's got to pretend like we've never heard this shit before, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it took me a lot of I had to strap myself into the Clockwork Orange machine, try to get myself out of dropping homophobic slurs left and right. It's like up in the fucking 90s, and that's just how we talk.
Yep.
Like everything was gay. Yep. You know, it was just like every day. If we would do it in our sleep. We would talk in our sleep like, oh, someone you fag. Like it was nonstop. It was so fucking hard to stop doing it that I hear you guys do it, and like I get that like
that primal urge.
That reaction, like, oh God, no, that's bad. You don't get back into that habit. It's like a fucking alcoholic.
It's so tempting and titulating, though, right? Just like, like an alcoholic.
It felt good.
They said it. I want to say it. Will I get hate if I say it? Is someone gonna lose their shit if I say it? Will we lose our advertisers like ZipRecruiter if I say it?
Well, hopefully we didn't lose them, because I think now's a good time to talk about ZipRecruiter.
There's this one guy at ZipRecruiter HQ screaming into his computer. No, not now.
This is the worst time to segue, guys. No.
Please.
No, the worst time to segue. I read an ad. I did this show called The Biggest Problem with Maddox for a while. Shit, I have a big feud with him.
Oh, we'll get into that later then if you want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The worst segue I ever did was I was talking about the mattress girl, that girl who was raped on campus and carried on the mattress, and her sponsor happened to be Casper. So I was like, well, speaking of mattresses.
Hey, in your defense, it turned out to be a scam, so.
Yeah, I knew it was a scam the whole time.
So, Charlie, tell us about ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter is a job hosting site where you can post your job and find qualified employees for the work that you need to have done. For example, on the podcast, we like to post up listings for guests, and thankfully our best friend Dick Masterson over here was standing outside, tapping on the windows, shivering in the cold, his boots worn from never being able to buy new ones, and he said, "Can I please be on the show?" And we said, you know, we would have had you on sooner if you used ZipRecruiter.
True story.
It's a very true story. In fact, 80% of employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate, such as Dick Masterson, through the site within 1 day. 1 day! You too can have your very own Dick Masterson working your job within 1 day if you're 80% of this employee group.
Get Dick at ZipRecruiter.com/official.
That's right.
You can post your jobs for free.
Post your job for free. ZipRecruiter.com/official. Businesses of any and all sizes find the most qualified candidates. ZipRecruiter.com/official. So anyway,
go find out more
to segue off of that ad, please, Dick, if you want to enlighten the people at home or anything, tell us about some Maddox shit.
Oh man, I don't know how much you know. We had a great podcast. Everybody knows. I think everybody knows who Maddox is.
I think. Well,
I
not
don't.
necessarily.
Well, he was
he's
kind of
fallen
like
off the radar lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was
just-
like him though in the early internet. He was huge back
He was
in the day.
huge, and like 10 years ago when blogging first was really big, right?
Yeah.
Before videos kind of went their own way and became big. Like Maddox's site is one of the first English sites that I used to have my giggles.